Street Monkeys first started as a group of lads coming together that enjoyed parkour and free running, but we didn't know that much about it, so we searched upon YouTube videos and websites to find out more about it, and then we gathered a lot more people together to create a team. And then from that we got sponsored by a man called Sean Delaney, and he said to us he'll give us gear, take us places, get us a lot of gigs and stuff, and then that progressed further and further to doing music videos and big performances for a lot of companies such as Sony Music, BMW. We've done music videos for example, Sway, KSI, so we've done a lot of big things this year.
So back in 2010, there was a news article in the local paper talking about how these free runners were antisocial. I saw that and approached them. At the time my friend had a graffiti artwork business, and we just bought him some hoodies just to get his name out there more than anything. And then from that day it's just built up and built up. The first event we did was a Christmas light switch on in Preston, and the reaction was awesome. We never expected it to be what it is today, to have kind of the two separate businesses and doing what we're doing.
I'm one of 4 people in the UK that are fully qualified to coach free running now. I'm a level 3, and we have 2 other people, Sean and Richard, that are being up to level 3 now, and then all the rest of my main team are level 2 and above. With the academy team, that a few people that are a lot younger, they're getting their coaching qualifications for level 1 so they can assist a session as opposed to take a session, and a lot of them are really thriving off that and showing really positive ways of being able to do something and then teaching somebody else, and that, I think that's what gives it to them.
See someone like, so say like when it was my first ever time to like land a backflip or a front flip, you get that ecstatic like dopamine feeling, it just floods you and it's like, yeah, success. And like when you see that, all like that past emotion comes back to you and it's like, wow, I've just taught someone that. So it's a beautiful experience really. And just to see everyone happy and like not messing around on the streets or whatever, and like I'm not saying that's a bad thing because that's where parkour running should be, on the streets, but it's nice to have a controlled environment, and then people obviously like trustworthy people they can look up to, and like we're very genuine people, so it's nice for them to learn how to like behave and like respect the environment, if you will.
So most of the time we'll train like 3 or 4 times a week together, and we all teach each other moves, like help each other, throw each other around when we're doing flips, and that's most of the progression process really.
We usually start our sessions from 4 and above, because before 4 or 5 years old it's more like babysitting. There's not a lot of progression levels there. They don't really grasp the fact of I need to put my momentum somewhere, I need to be twisting in. So we try and start it between 4 and 5, and then when people initially see us, they're like, oh, that's really awesome, I want to learn a backflip. But for someone to come into our gym session and say, right, I want to learn a backflip, we always say, what can you do first? And if they say, oh, I've never done anything before, you wouldn't just chuck someone right in the deep end. What we try and do, we try and learn it from the basics, from the basic break roll into like a dive roll. Then we teach front somersaults, back somersaults, side somersaults. We teach the vaults, getting up and on stuff safely and efficiently, because it only takes that one time to clip your feet when you're going over something, or to not rotate fast enough. When you're in that situation, you need to be able to think about it as, I'm not going far enough now, I need to roll out of it. And that's the core of free running. You need to roll out of something to protect yourself.
Anyone who's brand new, when they come into the session, the first thing we teach them is how to roll. So the roll is basically a safety move. So if you fall or you do anything where you shouldn't be, like landing on your face or falling forwards, that's when you know to roll straight away. So it becomes instinct. And then from there, that's when we step it up and start teaching more advanced moves.
What you'll find is there's actually more injuries in things like football and other competitive sports. Because we're not competitive, there isn't that want to go and be better than everybody else. Because we don't create that competitive environment, everyone is just in it to help everyone else. It's just self-progression and progressing yourself, rather than looking at someone and thinking, oh, I have to be better than them. So.
Well, when I started, it was more like landing on my face, nicely. And then as I progressed, I started doing bigger, better things. I see it affects my lifestyle as well. I act different as a person. At first I was all naive and just all about doing it for the sake of doing a flip. Now I do it because it relaxes me. I do it because it's a choice. I can just chill out and do it.
This is a good way actually to learn how to do all those dangerous activities in a safe way. So here he's able to learn how to land safely and roll, so that actually he minimises that risk of getting hurt if he ever did it as a long-term activity.
When I first came here, I couldn't do anything. I was literally coming here, I'd turn up, I'd be like, I'm never going to be able to do that, and now I'm doing all sorts. I'm doing backflips and all sorts.
I enjoy it because you're an adrenaline rush, and you can just build up confidence.
Oh, I think it's a fantastic opportunity to just get moving, learn some flexibility, coordination, balance, and just be comfortable and kind of get learning a new talent and a new activity.
You've got to take a lot of chances and risks. It's not like different things where you can just like sort of prep it. You just have to try it and see what happens in free running. STREETMONKEYS have been my inspiration, so I want to be like them, like training all the time and having it as my job and that.
It's been difficult. Anyone who kind of says starting your own business is awesome is wrong. It's hard work. You go to bed thinking about kind of where the next pot of money's coming from to pay the lads, and that's what it's all about. It's all about the lads doing something they can enjoy and getting paid for it, rather than doing something they don't necessarily want to do in life. So. Still to this day, we have people telling us we're not going to get anywhere with it, when in fact, we've got a brand, we've got a business, we've got the two separate businesses now. So it's been that belief. One of the key things is free running and parkour not being a recognised sport. That's what we've really struggled with. There isn't any funding available, and a lot of sports clubs, football clubs, and that will say there's no funding. There is absolutely no funding for free running and parkour because it's not a recognised activity, it's not a recognised sport.
So for the next year we will get our qualifications. We've done 2 years now of coaching children and stuff. Now we have a lot of sessions going. We've got a lot of kids that are involved, and we're teaching and we're doing really well at it. So in 5 years time I want to have my own centre. So as opposed to going into different leisure centres and using their equipment, I want to have my own urban academy centre, which can have parkour and free running. It's going to have cheerleading, freestyle football, dance, breakdancing, all different types of urban sports and arts all come together under one roof.
Well, we started as nothing, as like delinquents apparently on the streets of Preston, just running on roofs, messing around, and then 5 years later, like, we've got our own gym, we have people who look up to us, we're making money from it. I've been to Wickham Festival 3 years in a row. I've met Newton Faulkner. Like, I've done things I'd never think I'd be able to do. So just follow the dream, not the system. Yeah.
STREETMONKEYS is my family. STREETMONKEYS is like the people that have earned me the right to live my dream almost. It's amazing.
If I can put so much trust into someone and so much time, it'd be wrong not to call them my family, because I think I protect them like my own anyway, and I know they would do the same for me.